Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert. Wrinkles, we're talking about wrinkles. We've had a little look at some of the sneaky reasons why you might be getting wrinkles. But what about the more obvious ones? How are wrinkles born? So the first one on the list is genetics. And this is something which is out of your control. You're either born with the good genes for wrinkles or you're not. And we do know that there are some genes which will increase your risk of getting wrinkles at an earlier age. But you know that genes only really about 30% of the cause. So that means there's a whopping 70% people which is more under your control, which you can do something about. So there are lots of genes related to collagen. And again, some of you will have good ones and some of you won't. And there's lots of articles down there further in the blog where you can read up about these genes, okay? So, but only 30%, 70% is something else. And what is it? Well, part of it will be that wrinkles are a natural production or a natural result of aging, okay? So we tend to get more wrinkles as we age. And this has all to do with the decline in these major anabolic hormones called estrogen and testosterone and even progesterone. So these hormones which help build and repair our tissue or collagen, and so we don't get wrinkles, or not permanent wrinkles at least. So by the age of about 45, 50, both men and women have lost a big percentage of the production of these hormones. So this is why wrinkles, as I said, are a natural result of aging. And already, you know, by the late 20s, early 30s, we can start seeing permanent wrinkles in our faces. But the problem becomes greater, obviously, by the age of about 45, 50. Okay, so can we do anything about this? Well, we can't stop the aging as such. We can slow it down, but we can't stop this loss or this decline in the production of these amazing hormones. But we can obviously replace some of it. So this could be a really good thing to do, couldn't it? Because it's going to help us replace some estrogen. We ladies have been doing this for a long time. We're looking into the replacement of testosterone for the boys. It's not quite sorted yet. But yeah, ladies, we could. And I definitely do put a little bit of estrogen on my wrinkles. Now, there's another thing. It's not just the skin that with aging changes. We lose the subcutaneous fat. So remember when we were these young girls and we had these wonderful sort of apple cheeks and we had all this lovely subcutaneous fat. Well, we lose it as we age, unfortunately. So there's not a lot of filling. So we don't fill the skin out, so the wrinkles become a little bit more obvious. And then there's bone. So everybody just forgets about this. We have, skeleton underneath our skin and muscle tissue. There's bone tissue. And what happens as we age? Well, the bone tissue also decreases. We know this. It's called osteoporosis. And we talk about it in the hips, and we talk about it in the spine, and we talk about it maybe in the wrists, etc. But we also would get a decline in bone tissue in our face, in our cheekbones. So all the way from the inside out, we are losing tissue, which is meaning that the skin is becoming, it's not being stretched out as it used to. So we need to look at all of those things. So replacing estrogen for ladies is a really good thing to do for these things. Absolutely. Anyway, so here's a biggie, and it's called the sun, and it's called the UV exposure. So this is something we all can be very particular and do something about. We need to protect our skin from excess UV rays, and that skin in particular will be face and neck, because they tend to be not hidden under clothing like possibly the rest of our bodies. Now, remember, I've got the sunshine blog, so go and have a little look at that, and you will read all about the UVAs and the UVBs, and knowing that UVB is very, very important for the production of vitamin D. We need to get a little. But we only need about 15 minutes at the end of the day. But it is very important that we get these UVBs so we can produce vitamin D. But we need to control it, because otherwise it will break down collagen, amongst other things. So we need to make sure that we are using sun cream, especially on our faces and necks. And also that we maybe wear a hat to protect our face, or we maybe sit in the shade or have umbrellas, etc., etc. So we protect our face on our skin on our face as much as possible. Now remember, using sun cream, putting on in the morning is a good thing, but you're going to have to top up. Okay, so the more you are out in the sun, you maybe want to be topping up every hour, every 2 hours kind of thing. But we need to make sure that we are topping up with this sun cream. And we want to be looking at factors 30 or 50 to get the best protection. Okay, so there is more information about the sun creams, and there is links to where you can buy some really good sun creams, because we don't want to be wasting our money. Because remember, we want the sun cream which is safe for us and the marine life. Yeah, so we want to be using our money correctly. So we want something good that's going to protect us. We want it to be safe, so it's not going to harm us. And we also want it to be safe so it doesn't harm the marine life. So have a little look at the links down below and you'll see some information about good sun creams. Okay, so there's more of the how wrinkles are born down below. There's smoking, for example, there's medications, there's lots of different things. So have a little look at all those things and be very, very wise and protect your face skin as much as possible so you can push back those wrinkles. Happy hormones, happy life.